for the long weekend. Colleen Campbell joins us. How's it looking?
Well, Aaron, not a cloud in sight on our CBS 19 studio camera, and this view can be seen across the rest of East Texas too. We did have some clouds in portions of the area early this morning especially, but those clouds have been moving out the last couple of hours here. So really we don't get blue skies that often, especially in May, because usually we have that humid weather. When it turns humid, it turns hazy, which we will see moving into this weekend. But for now, enjoy the conditions while they're here. We do have winds that have been breezy. That's giving us kind of a refreshing feel as well. Temperatures are currently in the upper 80s generally, but we also have some mid 80s out there. And look at this, out by Mount Pleasant, Sulphur Springs, and Linden, they're sitting in the lower 80s. And why is that? Well, I'll explain that in just a moment. But again, I do want to touch on those 90-degree temperatures because we could see a little bit more of that as we move into tomorrow. All right, let's go back to why we have some cooler marks and the breezier winds. Remember that upper level low that we had Tuesday that brought the stormy weather? Well, it's still out there, of course. Now it's moving up to the northeast and it will eventually move into the Ohio Valley. We don't have to worry about it, but we're getting a benefit out of this. We're getting the breezier winds for today. Also some clearing skies moving into tonight. And we did have a little bit of cloud cover this morning, maybe a sprinkle in Texarkana. But overall, we have a dry weather pattern ahead. We also have an area high pressure that's moving in, but as it moves into the Gulf over the weekend, that will stir up some of that Gulf water and give us a little bit of a more humid feel. So regional winds right now, they are breezy. Nice breeze feels comfortable outside. We have double-digit winds and the occasional gust, especially as you head up to the north and closer to that upper level low. Dew points are also on the lower side. We have dew points in the upper 50s, which is pretty comfortable for this time of the year. And let's look at what's ahead for the upcoming weekend and moving into next week. Upper airflow. So this is basically the middle of the atmosphere. There's our low pressure system. It's an upper level low. Remember that, creating breezy conditions. But as we move into the next couple days, sunshine will stick around. That high moves into the Gulf. That will allow a churning of the winds to come in from the south and provide that humidity as we move into Monday for Memorial Day weekend. So this will be the setup as we move into that holiday. Still sunny, still warm, but we will have some hazier conditions thanks to that increased moisture. Satellite and radar animation early this morning, we did have a quick little sprinkle out by Mount Pleasant as well as a couple clouds around Sulphur Springs too, but those clouds have been moving out of here nicely, and overnight, thanks to radiational cooling, it will feel wonderful outside, going to feel like it's in the upper 50s, which is a nice feel for end of May when you consider how warm we've been for this month. What about afternoon highs for tomorrow? Well, they're pretty great too. It will be warm in some spots. You see that record high of 98. We're not going to make it to that, but we will have some mixing into the lower 90s in many spots, if not that, the upper 80s for tomorrow. Average, we're around 86 for Tyler, so it's not too far off from average if you consider Tyler hitting around 86, 88 degrees. The areas that will tap into the 90s likely across deep East Texas, and those 90 degrees temperatures will extend into the holiday weekend. As I said, we do have humidity that will start to increase, so that's when it feels a little stuffy. This is brought to you by Baylor Scott & White, Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.